Hot Springs Village Inside Out is a closer look at the largest gated community in North America, spanning 26,000 acres in the Ouachita Mountains in south central Arkansas. Join me, Randy Cantrell, and some occasional guests as we explore Hot Springs Village Inside Out. McGraw Realtors, located in the heart of Hot Springs Village, is the fastest growing real estate office with over 30 agents and staff. Executive brokers Lori and Ken Henderson, along with realtor and waterfront specialist Rick Marshall, they're eager to share the special features of Hot Springs Village with you. For a complimentary relocation packet, call Ken and Lori at 501-276-3018 or call Rick Marshall at 501-601-RICK. They are McGraw Realtors of Hot Springs Village. Renaissance Homes builds spec homes ready for sale and custom homes. Brandon Tedder and his team make the process easy. Renaissance Homes incorporates solid construction methods from the ground up. Brandon is a certified green builder. With a fixed price approach, detailed spec sheet, you'll know upfront how much it will cost. Every job has a dedicated project manager and an in-house design expert. From permitting to landscaping, Renaissance Homes is the preferred builder headquartered right here inside Hot Springs Village. Welcome to the Cedar Creek Trail. We're taking this walk on Monday, October the 27th, 2025. Sunny day before the deluge and before the time change and before the first really big cold front came through the village. Welcome to Hot Springs Village Inside Out. The website is hotspringsvillageinsideout.com. Over the last few weeks, I've had a number of Zoom calls with some of you. And if you're interested in that, please shoot me an email, hello@hsvinsideout.com. Real happy to get on Zoom and to meet quite a few of you and to hear your story, your retirement journey or your planned retirement journey. And the conversations, surprisingly, are not always just around money or even Hot Springs Village. Sometimes they're much deeper than that. So today, let's explore some of these things. Some of these things that keep coming up in conversations that I'm having with quite a few of you. It's kind of that unique wisdom that can blossom once we've retired. Or once we've reached retirement age, which my hand's in the air. You know, it's just a time when the pace of life slows down. Even if, like me, you're still working, and I'm working for myself. I'm a one-man band, and I love what I do. But the pace is absolutely as slow as it's ever been for me in life. But let's talk about the lessons and the insights, because we do want to grow, and we do want to grow sharper. We want to grow more wise. So I continue to be asked questions about regret and what have I learned so far. And admittedly, these are probably folks that are 5 to 10 years younger than me that are asking. I respect the question. I have great respect for folks that are trying to look for wisdom anywhere they can find it. You know, this is a time of life when many of us, we're just looking forward to breaking free from the schedules and breaking free from all the commitments. And we're wanting to say yes to some new things, some different things. Was it Socrates that said, question everything? And as we hit retirement age, I don't know if we question everything, but we do tend to ask some questions that we hadn't thought about in a long time, if ever. You know, many people express the desire to just reach this phase of life, to just relax, this life of leisure. And it's the reason that we're taking this hike. It's the reason we're taking this trek through this ever so popular system of trails here inside Hot Springs Village. I do think that there's huge value in relaxation. There's huge value in leisure. But I believe This is just me. I could be wrong. Real fulfillment just comes when we're able to reflect not just on what we truly want, but on what we truly need. And I don't just mean financially, but I mean in any other area of our life. So it's very common. Many of you are critically thinking about your retirement. It's why Hot Springs Village is even on consideration. It's why it's even one, perhaps, of a number of places on the map that you are considering. And you're considering trying some new things. You're considering some new hobbies. You're considering meeting new people. You are considering all of those things that are involved in breaking free from the routine that you have had for a long, long time. So among the many topics that comes up is our journey of purging, our journey of just reducing the amount of stuff. And I think for most retirees and people that are significantly older than we are, they all do continue to stress experiences over possessions. Most retirees that I have talked to agree that whatever joy comes in their life, whatever peace they get, whatever meaning, it does not come from material stuff. Yes, that whole hierarchy of needs is absolutely real. We've got needs, and those needs have got to be met. So we have these financial bars that we jump over. But once we are able to jump over those bars, many other things come into play. I hear it over and over: meaningful experiences and relationships. And I'm not saying that people put experiences above relationships, but those two things seem to dovetail very nicely for folks. Cherishing these moments, like what you're watching, saying yes to opportunities to walk trails and walk among nature, as Rhonda and I are doing in this video. Focusing on these experiences, focusing on these times together. And so this walk that you are taking with us epitomizes this whole point of this experience, but taking this experience to a whole new level because of who's walking with you. And in this case, it's my wife of almost 47 years. So there's that. Wherever it is that you're considering, think about the relationships in your life and how that place will play into that, and think about the experiences that that place can provide. If you like what you see, you need to at least come visit Hot Springs Village. Another big thing that comes up over and over and over again in my conversations with you is purpose. In any book, any video that you see that deals with retirement, it's going to be right up there at the forefront. Routine and purpose. You know, I've talked about, and I've heard from so many of you about my seemingly simple morning routine of making my bed. And I know that sounds horribly old school, but I'm still rather proud of it. It was instilled in me, and I do it. It is the routine. I think retirees often find ourselves unfulfilled until we can, find some new routine, some new purpose, because the old routine, it went away with the job. And we were looking forward to getting away from that, but it's got to be filled with something. And that could be joining a community group. It could be a part-time job. It could be volunteering. It could be, we crave some sense of structure. We crave some sense of belonging, and it is a real key to having a happy retirement. I've talked at length, and I'll remind you again of all of those opportunities exist right here inside Hot Springs Village. Hundreds of different groups. The part-time job, sure. Available, sure. Volunteering, all kinds of opportunities for that. And that sense of structure, that sense of belonging, I'm going to tell you straight up, that's on you. That's on you. If you come to Hot Springs Village, you will be able to find and develop your own structure and your own sense of belonging, and you can do it to whatever degree you choose. If, like me, you're an introvert, you don't want to get out. You're not interested in being the social butterfly. You don't have to be, and you can still meet folks, and you can still get to know people, and you can still form relationships. For me, is it easier because of this show? There's no question. There's absolutely no question. But you don't have to have a show. You don't have to have a podcast or an online show to get out and to meet people. All you got to do is just walk the streets, walk your neighborhood. You got a dog? It's even easier. You don't have a dog? You can still do it. Routine and purpose. Develop your own structure. Develop your own routine. Do whatever works for you. And if you don't get it right the first time, who cares? Keep on working it. You'll fall into a routine. You'll develop it. I think patience is a big deal here, too. Well, financial wisdom, that's always kind of at the top of the charts for folks, because at this age, we're consistently emphasizing living within our means and having enough to live the life that we want to live. We've also got security and financial health concerns. So most of us we're not quite as accustomed to the risk that we might have been comfortable with in our 20s and 30s and even 40s. But hopefully we're in a financial position where we can live within our means, whatever that may be. And now we can focus on things that frankly matter more. We can focus on these relationships. We can focus on these things we're passionate about. And we don't have to just obsess about the bank balance. We don't have to obsess about the investment account. You know, it's important that we don't sacrifice these life things by being just too careful, too cautious, too nervous, too anxious, or too ambitious. So it's a big reason that balance at this part of our life, which honestly for many of us is something that we've never experienced before, because we just don't feel like we just haven't had the bandwidth, right? I mean, there just hasn't been enough white space in our life. Busy raising our kids, busy getting them educated, busy getting them off on a good foot in their adult life. Our lives have just been busy. And now our lives can be busy. Well, they can be busy with what we want to be busy with, which leads to purpose again and kind of these new passions. This is a stage of life that for all of us, it can really be a great opportunity for us to pursue some lifelong dreams. And for many of us, that means travel. For others of us, it means creative projects. For some of us, it means new skills. It means new social circles. And what I have found for everybody, some of the grandest fulfillment is just in the little bitty things. I'm going to describe what you are experiencing as we take this walk together. This is a little thing. This is a half an hour or so walk on one of the many trails inside Hot Springs Village. It could be argued this ain't no big deal, and yet this is a really big deal, because this is a really cool place. This is a really cool trail. I mean, what's not to love? But it can also be found in just other really seemingly rinky-dink kind of things. You go out and you have breakfast at some of the places here inside the village. and you realize that you're looking across the dining room floor and you see these coffee breakfast dates that friends are having. You see it when folks post about some project they're working on because they're a member of some kind of a craft club and they're learning some new craft, some new art. You see it when people post things about their pets. All kinds of things that just really make us happy. And other than maybe a cheap cup of coffee, really just don't cost us much money. Over the last 5 or 6 years or so, I've had a lot of conversations with a number of you, and I've had many conversations with just retirees. And there's a whole lot of wisdom to be learned in people that are just a little further up the path than we are. But a few things that I hear over and over is curious. Just, man, stay curious. Keep learning things. Keep trying new things. Whatever you do, yeah, the routines can be important and all that, but man, do not get stuck. Don't get stuck. Don't just sit in your recliner. And I love sitting in my recliner, don't get me wrong, but don't just sit in the recliner and stay there. Yep, there may come a time when that in and of itself is a feat. I've talked to you before about my father. He turned 102 in the end of September. And yeah, getting from bed to the recliner, that's kind of a big part of his day. And then getting out of the recliner, back to the bedroom or to the kitchen or a bathroom. But he's 102. So until the recliner is kind of calling our name, yeah, it'd probably be smart to limit our time there. Invest in relationships and invest in your health. I hear this over and over and over. Invest in your relationships, invest in your health. Don't just invest in your wealth. Don't just invest in money. It's really been surprising to me the number of people who brag about the improvements that they've been able to make in their health after the age of 60. And I guess we think, well, at this point, what's the point? Well, there's a big point. We're living longer. I read the other day, and I need to verify this, but that one of the big population growth is happening among centurions, like my dad. The number of us that are reaching that age is increasing, thanks largely to medical science. But these are days to take care of ourselves. These are days to, get out and do this walking. I was reading just this morning that on average, because of the difference in our physiology between men and women, if senior women would get out 4 hours a week, do it at an hour at a time. The time makes a difference. The time in one stretch makes a difference. So 4 times, if a woman would get out and do some moderate kind of exercise, walk at a brisk pace, and if a man would do twice that much, if a man would do 8 hours, things like cardiovascular health improve by double-digit percentages. It's a significant improvement. These are the days, we've now got the time. We're without excuse to invest in our health. We're without excuse to invest in relationships. You got people that matter to you. These are the days to make sure they know it. These are the days to deepen those ties, deepen that relationship with whomever it may be. I also hear, man, retire as soon as you can. Just retire as soon as you can. Seems to be the common internet wisdom, and yet the people that I talk to continue to tell me, yeah, you shouldn't rush. You shouldn't rush into retirement. You need to be thoughtful, you need to be intentional, and you really need to learn to enjoy the journey. It's also kind of shocking how many people, lamented the job, they lamented the career. Oh, they were thankful for it, but just couldn't wait to get to the end of the trail. But then when they got to the end of the trail, they admitted, I really did love it. It just didn't show it in real time, though. So don't get better. Don't be better. Be thoughtful, make plans, enjoy the journey. I've really been impressed. I don't think I've had a single Zoom conversation with any of you where you were not really putting in the work. You were diving into the numbers. You were diving into all the things that were important to you. And 100% of these calls have been with couples, married couples. And together, you're trying to figure this out and you're putting in the work. And honestly, I couldn't be prouder because I believe in it. I absolutely believe in putting in the work. It's worth it. Plus, it's fun as all get out. It really is. If you're planning a trip to come and visit Hot Springs Village, you better be having the time of your life planning the trip. You really should. Because it's cool. It's going to be really cool when you get here, and you're going to love it. But you really need to enjoy before you ever get in the car and load up and head this way. Because it's fun. It's super fun. Be open to a change of plans. I tell my coaching clients all the time, part of our work together is to aim for the ideal outcome. What is your ideal outcome? I will ask them. And before I give them a chance to answer, I'll say, keep in mind, you always have the right and the opportunity to change your mind. Because what may look like an ideal outcome for you today, it may not quite look like the ideal outcome for tomorrow. So be open to change of plans, because sometimes some unexpected path is the most rewarding. Rhonda and I came here and visited in September of 2018. No designs on ever having a house here. No designs on ever making this a place that we would even come and frequent. But it happened, and it could happen to you too. I guess the thing I mostly want to impress on you as we kind of try to wind down on this trek. And we haven't even covered half of this trail, by the way. I can't remember if we came in parking lot A or B. Both of them are here on Minorca. That's the street. I think we came in on parking lot A. Probably didn't even cover a third of this trail. That's one of the great things about this trail. It's just a kind of a series of loops, and you can go one way and go another way, and you can walk as long as you want. You could walk as little as you want. And it's always pretty. As you can see, some of the leaves are just starting to turn. We really haven't had a bunch of rain, so it's going to be interesting to see what fall will bring. As I'm recording this voiceover for this video, it's been raining for 24 hours. We recorded this just yesterday. We've got more rain coming tomorrow, so we'll see how that produces or if that produces a really colorful fall. Like fall, summer has come to an end, but now we've got a new beginning. Do you call it autumn or do you call it fall? Either way, it's different. And it really is kind of a glorious time to just get out, walk among nature, reflect, create and cherish the present experiences, and just look forward to every day and creating new ones and not just living in the past. We all have got older people that have been in our life who just, it was rinse and repeat. You know, it's like every day is Groundhog Day. That does not have to be the case. And I would say for most of us, most of the folks that I run into here inside Hot Springs Village, it's not. It's not Groundhog Day. Every day is a new day. Every day is a blessing. We can craft the life we want. We can craft the day that we want. These are all wisdom points. These are all wisdom points that hopefully come to us sooner than later. But at retirement and at retirement age, it gives us the opportunity to reflect and to put to use this wisdom. Me, I've never been better. I've never been this experienced. I've never known this much. I've never had this many relationships. And I've still got energy, and I've still got vigor, and I've still got my wits about, well, okay. Rhonda might tell you different, but I still feel like I've got my wits about me. So they're good days. They're good days. I don't know about you, but for me, I reflect and I think about life, and I think about the life that I want to live. Mostly for me, I think about the man that I most would like to be. And I'd love to tell you that I'm already him, but I'm not. And so for me, every day is filled with kind of that struggle, that quest, that journey of here's where I'm at, but I'm not quite happy with that. But I'd be a little happier if I was better in this, better in that. I mean, these are the struggles that we all have. The famed inspirational guy, Jim Rohn, he once wrote, "We must all suffer one of two things, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret or disappointment." Yeah, I want to experience the struggle. I want to experience the pain of the struggle for discipline, to just be better. And for me, that's what this stage of life is providing. That's what this age is providing, in spite of the fact that I'm still working. And sometimes I still feel like I'm busy as a one-armed paper hanger, but I'm blessed, so it's all good. Hot Springs Village, Arkansas, located in south central Arkansas, in the midst of the Ouachita Forest and the Ouachita Mountain Range, as you can see by this video, is a glorious, glorious place. And it's a place worth coming to. It's a place worth visiting. It is a place worth considering. When it comes to cost of living, it will absolutely check the box. Will it check all the other boxes? That's for you to decide. And that's what this whole show is designed to do, is to provide for you a little bit of truth and guidance and insight so that you can decide for yourself. If a life in a place like you're looking at seems to be attractive, you owe it to yourself to come and check it out. It may not have everything you want. It may not have the vibrant lifestyle that you're looking for in terms of nightlife and fine dining and shopping. It's got that stuff, but it may not have enough of that stuff to suit you. But for those of us that love it, it is pretty ideal. And I'll close by telling you, wherever you find home, it will be what you make it. So put in the work, lean hard into the wisdom, and get it figured out. And just give it your best. I know the pressure. The pressure is we really can't afford to get it wrong. And I don't want you to get it wrong. I want you to get it right. You want to jump on a Zoom call, which is what prompted today's show, by the way. Email me, hello@hsvinsideout.com. I'm happy to jump on and I'll answer whatever questions. I'd love to hear your story. I won't betray your confidence. And if I can help you figure it out, happy to do that. We're going to head back to the car. It's kind of cool, but yeah, I'm sweating. You know what that means? It means I ain't putting in those 8 hours that I told you to put in. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm doing a few hours, but I need to up my game. I need to big time up my game. In another day or so, I'm going to go out and make this trek again. Probably won't record it. Maybe I will. Because after a rain, honey hush, these creeks are pretty glorious. All that rain comes down off the mountains and these streams, they're running, man. They are running. And it's awesome. I'm a sucker for running water. I appreciate you coming on the journey with us. HotSpringsVillageInsideOut.com. Subscribe. Go back and watch some of the archives. You're liable to learn a thing or three. You can join the Facebook group too. We're pushing about 7,000 folks over there at the Facebook group, so it continues to grow. Thank you very much. It's a good community of folks. Good community of folks. Everybody behaves. And the ones that don't, we just kick them out. It doesn't happen very often. Everybody's pretty nice, just like here. My name's Randy. Till next time, see ya. Thanks for watching Hot Springs Village Inside Out. You'll find all our episodes at HotSpringsVillageInsideOut.com or on YouTube.